Good evening, Lake Orion. Well, another week here, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting dark out here. I'm your host, and I am Between Taorminas. Yes, indeed. This is Between Taorminas here on ONTV. For those of you wondering where Ian Weatherspoon is again this week, Ian is for some strange reason protesting our show. Well, it's not my fault that in the ONTV Fantasy League, which will air in time, that myself and my co-host Garrett Kaloje is tied with Mr. Weatherspoon as we speak. So that is why he is protesting this week's episode of Between Taorminas.
Donald Trump thumbs. Yeah, I'll do the Donald Trump thumbs. There we go.
Hey, I'm in a playoff race. Sammy, how you doing? I'm good. I'm in a playoff race.
You shouldn't be. Your division is
What
awful.
do you mean my division's awful?
Your team is awful.
It's not awful.
You're going to lose by 20 points to John Atwater.
I am not losing by 20 points to John Atwater. All right, guys, let's talk about... Let's talk about the Lions, ladies and gentlemen. The Lions are actually leading. They're tied for the lead in the NFC North.
Forward down the field, the charging team that will not
Quiet!
yield.
Quiet!
Okay,
I'm telling you right now why this is alarming. Because I don't think we have that alarm sound anymore. But I'm telling you why this is alarming. Because we're not supposed to... Okay.
That Lions ship is about to sell to internally combust.
I wish we had the speaking of Lions, I wish we had the Titanic song where they're gonna start sinking down the ship. That's what's gonna happen to this team. Because the Lions, every time they find a way to bring us Lions fans up, they're gonna bring us down. And that's what's gonna happen here. Because the Lions, we know, has got disaster written all over it. You know? This Green Bay, I think, is the better team in this division because of Aaron Rodgers.
They haven't proven it.
They haven't proven it right now, but I'm telling you, once Green Bay gets their act together, they're gonna be better than people think.
Do you know who the Lions play this Sunday?
Yeah, Jacksonville.
They're gonna win that game. If they don't win that game, people are gonna want to have Jim Caldwell's head on a stake.
Well, everybody's thinking about.
They're bad.
Okay, look what happened in the Tennessee game.
They're just as bad as Pontiac football.
Well.
Okay, maybe that was a low blow, but either way.
You sent a low blow there. Now I'm gonna have to owe Pontiac an apology.
Go.
Okay.
So, Sammy, do it.
But
Just
anyway,
do it. Whatever.
Yep. Well, anyway, with the Lions. I mean, this is a football team that's got a lot of they're riding high on Matthew Stafford. You know, they are riding high on Matthew Stafford. And
One thing I'd argue though, Minnesota's showing that they have some cracks in the armor, and they're missing some key pieces. They just lost Jake Long for the season.
Now you're talking about Chicago.
Well,
You're talking about Chicago.
okay, correct. But what I mean is Minnesota's lost a lot of guys in the O-line.
But
Deflategate ended really Aaron Rodgers in his era of dominance. I mean, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that they can win the division. I don't think they can and will. They don't have the talent for it. But look, this division's bad this year, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
This division is bad. Who on that schedule remaining scares you? Jacksonville, if they don't win against
the Lions
Jacksonville,
still have to play
they should
New
be
Orleans
ashamed
and
of
Dallas.
themselves.
They still have to play New Orleans and Dallas. Those are going to be two very tough games for the Lions because you got to deal with Drew Brees, and then when they
New
play
Orleans
Dallas,
couldn't even stop. It's going to be like a 70-72 game.
Yeah, that game will be a shootout. But when they play Dallas, I don't think they're beating Dallas because Zeke's going to run all over them. I think Dak Prescott's going to have a big game, and I think Jeff Heath's going to come and make an impact in that game. I think Jeff Heath gets a pick six off Matthew Stafford.
That would be great. That would be great if that happened.
They still have to play the Giants as well, too.
I think the Lions beat the Giants.
They do. They still have to play the
The Fighting Joe Johnsons, I call them. The
Well,
Fighting Joe Johnson.
the way that they play this year in the pass defense, anything can happen in that game. And God forbid that they can actually stop a pass defense. Yeah, I think the Lions might actually give
Lions
themselves a
cannot
chance.
stop a
Guys, has Matt Stafford arguably been the MVP for the Lions?
Yes.
Without question.
Yes.
It almost begs the question, are you ready to pay this man as one of the top 5 best players
He
in
wants
the league?
$25 million a year. I mean, I'm telling you right now. Here's a guy that's going to be wanting $25 million a year. He's going to get $25 million a year. He has proven that he can win games in comeback fashion. You know, last 2 years ago, everyone was talking about get rid of Matthew Stafford, get rid of him. You know what I mean? But now look what he's done. He's led the Lions to five wins where most of the games they were trailing in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's time to pay this man up.
He makes Eric Ebron actually look like not the schmuck that he actually is.
No.
Do you guys think that Jim Bob Cooter, a convicted felon, I might add, do you think that he will get a coaching job?
Why
Yes.
do you have to say that about
Yes.
Jim Bob Cooter?
He is
in the driver-
convicted felon.
He's in the driver's seat of the Cooter scooter,
He
and
is a
Matthew
convicted
Stafford is sitting in
felon.
the passenger
He's a
seat.
convicted felon.
He's in the passenger
He's a
seat.
convicted
He's in
felon.
the passenger
He's a
seat.
convicted felon. But I'm telling you,
It
he
doesn't
will
matter.
be a head coach somewhere. He will be a head coach.
It
He might even
doesn't
be the next
matter.
coach of Jacksonville Jaguars.
It
For
doesn't-
goodness sakes.
The head coach of the
The
Jacksonville
Cooter
Jaguars.
scooter's taking its way all the way down to Jacksonville is what you're saying?
He might be the next head coach of Jacksonville Jaguars. And the fact is, yes, he is a convicted felon. You know?
Don't give me this. You voted for him as president. I know you. You wrote his name in. You wrote Jim Bob Cooter, Matthew Stafford for your presidential candidate.
I did not write him as
Oh
candidate.
my goodness
You
gracious.
did see that. Someone wrote that in, though, right?
Somebody did write it in?
Someone
Wasn't
wrote
me.
in Jim Bob Cooter. Are you sure?
It was not me.
I'm pretty sure I have the photos to prove that it was you.
Then again, you'll be violating the law right now.
Yes, you would be. There's no
As
selfie.
the one gentleman did who posted his photo online about voting for Jim Bob Cooter as president.
Yes, he did violate the law.
Of
Did he get in
course.
trouble?
He did get in trouble.
Okay, that's a good thing. All right.
It is. So,
So-
final thoughts.
What is your
They
final
should
thought?
win.
They should have no problem with Jacksonville.
They're bad.
I know they're bad, but these are the Lions. These are the Lions.
But
Remember,
the Lions usually do well at Ford Field, though.
But you got to
usually
remember, they still got to
Tennessee
play.
Titans,
You got to remember though, they still play the Bears.
Bears,
And they're
Green
gonna
Bay,
get. Well, they're gonna get Minnesota the following
Minnesota,
week.
Green Bay.
Yep.
Then they got to play Dallas, New Orleans, and New York. Those are going to be 3 tough games for the Lions.
All right, guys, we will be right back with Between Taorminas here on ONTV.
Hello, I'm Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard.
And I'm former Detroit Red Wing Joe Koster.
We'd like to remind you to practice safe boating by knowing the laws regarding water safety.
Please make sure you have the necessary safety equipment on board and be sure all of your equipment is working properly before leaving the dock.
And the probability of being involved in a boating accident nearly doubles when alcohol is involved. Always check local weather conditions, and if you notice darkening clouds, play it safe. Get off the water. Have a safe, enjoyable summer on the lake.
When I'm in Lake Orion and I want to catch up on sports, I watch Between Taorminas.
We own a Habitat home.
I love working on my Habitat home.
Soy dueño de una casa de Habitat.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I pay for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas.
Hold on. I'd like to apologize to Pontiac's football staff for your remark in the first segment. I would like to apologize to Pontiac's football staff for that statement you said earlier. Okay.
I'm the dumb one here, so it's not a big deal.
Okay. Now.
Then again, I'm filling in for Ian Witherspoon as he has a
everything is
contract
forgiven.
extension dispute.
Yep, everything's forgiven right now.
Yes.
Okay, Anthony, go back on.
All right, let's talk about a topic that Ian Witherspoon loves the most. While he is sitting, ladies and gentlemen, protesting because he's bitter. Let's talk about the Tigers, which the Tigers are still considering putting major players to other teams. J.D. Martinez today was considered.
I think it's good.
If they trade one of them, you guys should ask Ian Witherspoon to come in with the kitty cat costume.
Oh, no.
No.
Yes.
Actually, here's why I think J.D. Martinez should be traded. You know what I mean?
Please.
I don't want him. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Let me finish.
Give him the floor.
Tigers need balance because you look at this team, they've been predominantly dominated by right-handed pitching, right-handed bats. So, so everybody's thinking maybe put a righty against a righty matchups and all that. But if you think about it, Al Avila, I think, is going to be one of the worst general managers in sports for doing this fire sale. When you look at possibly trading J.D. Martinez to San Francisco, it makes sense in the long haul. Because, yes, he's a good baseball player. There's no doubt about that. But does he really fit in long term with this organization?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I make the argument otherwise.
He does, to an extent. Here's the thing.
He's young.
Verlander probably has the most tradable contract out of them all. What are teams looking for nowadays more so in the major leagues than ever before? They're looking for a dominant 1-2. For example, the Cubs have a dominant 1-2 with John Lester and Jake Arrieta. Right. The Dodgers don't have a guy that can go and pitch at the same level as Clayton Kershaw. You can't tell me that if you traded him to the Dodgers,
but I wouldn't trade Verlander.
I would.
I wouldn't trade him. I would say
trade him to your Kansas City Royals.
No, I wouldn't trade Verlander with this Tiger team because you have a 1-2 with Verlander and Fulmer. Fulmer just won.
What happened to Zimmerman?
Zimmerman's okay, but I'm telling you,
you're paying him $22 million.
You do not trade Cabrera. You don't trade Verlander. You don't trade Fulmer. You don't trade Zimmerman. Those are three guys you don't even trade. Not even Ian Kinsler. You don't even trade him. I mean,
he's in the final year of his deal. He's in the final year of his 4-year deal, and then probably I think has a option in 2018. Aside from that, he's going to be gone at the end of this, Sam. You're not going to extend a 39-year-old second baseman. That's just not smart business.
So you're saying get rid of Kinsler?
At the end of this year, yeah. If you pick up his option, then yeah, you pick it up. But you're trying to get younger. You're trying to get younger, and that's where J.D. Martinez fits into this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. J.D. Martinez
cheaper,
is young.
younger, and will probably produce at the same level, if not, I'm not going to say a little bit better, but probably at the same level as Miguel Cabrera.
Why is Al Avila considering trading J.D. Martinez in the first place?
It was just a rumor. It was just a rumor that they were throwing around at the GM meetings. You would trade him because you could get a nice haul for him on the trading market. Same thing you would get with Ian Kinsler, Miguel Cabrera, and Justin Verlander. You would get pieces.
You can't trade Cabrera.
Don't trade Cabrera. See, I kind of want to see this whole thing blown up. Last year you had an incredible year.
What would Ian Witherspoon say about blowing this team up?
You can't blow this team up because
you're actually defending the Tigers for all the bashing
This is surprising.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you why. You can't trade Cabrera because Cabrera gives you not only he's a marketable, profitable guy on the market. You know what I mean? But
I'd argue Verlander's more profitable, but okay.
Well, both Verlander and Cabrera are your two franchise cornerstones. I understand that. If there's a guy that needs to be traded, I can see Kinsler going. But I'm telling you right now, who in the right frame of mind, look at the Tigers prospects. They're a complete disaster in the making.
You can get those top-end prospects by trading guys like Cabrera and Verlander.
Well, look at the New York
I want to
Yankees
give them a
did.
chance to win a World Series. I want to give them a chance to win a World Series in another market.
Out in all this is going to be Mike Ilitch because Mike Ilitch has wanted so dearly.
Good. Sell the team then. I don't care what he does. Sell the team. They're not going to win a World Series. He's about dead.
He ain't going to sell the Tigers.
Chris is running the show now. You do realize that. Chris is running the whole business side of Ilitch Holdings. I have a feeling Chris is going to sell the team.
I don't think he's going to sell the team.
Why not? They love that Wings team and they love Little Caesars more than anything else.
Because
they love the Fox Theater more than anything else.
The Tigers are part of the Ilitch family now. Mike Ilitch has.
They've always been second fiddle, I believe, to that organization. I've never believed that they've fully believed and have been fully committed to that team the same way that they've always been to the Wings and Little Caesars.
Well, why are they putting $200 million a year in payroll on?
Because the old man wants to chase his dream. The Sun's in charge now. The Sun, if he wants to cut payroll, the Sun's going to get what he wants.
Well, usually when you look at family traditions, that leads to disasters. Look at what the Cronkites have done with the Colorado Avalanche with Stan Cronkite.
No comment.
And that's been a disaster.
No comment.
I think it's Cronky, but anyways, yeah.
Cronky, and then you look at them.
No comment.
How about those Avs this year?
I think Martha Ford and the Lions. That's been a disaster in the making. And then you look at
who knows about the daughters? I mean, who knows about those?
Then you look at what happened when Bill Davison passed away and Karen Davison ended up owning the Pistons for a while. That was a disaster in the making.
Purgatory.
That was a disaster in the making.
That was purgatory.
I mean, that was.
So do you want the Tigers to go down the same road?
If they're gonna have to go down the same road, then yeah.
They were a good team last year, and everything came together. But I think now, seeing that it didn't come.
You gotta fire the manager.
This has been a decade of a successful era, but you didn't get the job done. You didn't win a World Series, Sammy. So why do you want to keep the band together just for the sake of keeping it together? It makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, they need to infuse it with younger
Which
talent.
you can get from trading guys like Cabrera and Verlander. You can restock that farm system.
You cannot trade Verlander and Cabrera. You can't trade them.
You could get at least 2 high-end
prospects. Do you want to be a doormat for 10 years?
You won't be a doormat for 10 years, but if it means...
You want to be a doormat for 10 years?
I'd be a doormat for 3 to 5 years and be okay with
that.
You're
going to be a doormat for 3 to 5 years if you trade Verlander and Cabrera.
I'm okay with that because at least I give them a shot to win a World Series in another market. And you get top-end prospects that can develop the right way and come in and make an impact to potentially give your team a chance to win a World Series.
The Tigers' PR department and their scouts are a complete disaster. Why, this team is a struggling mess.
Hey, I've met Eileen Villarreal. She's a nice woman, and she does a great job with the Tigers' PR department. Eileen does a great job with the PR department.
Disaster in the making.
Go back to being a Kansas City fan. Go back to being a Kansas City fan.
Disaster in the making.
We'll be right back with
Go back to being a Kansas City Royals fan.
I'm telling you.
Go back to being a...
Hello, Oakland County. It's the Sammy Taormina talking OAA now. In it, we'll talk various stories ranging from the state to Oakland County teams affecting the OAA. Catch us here on OAA now. Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV. Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. Gentlemen, how you doing?
I have to make a public apology on the behalf of Salvatore Terramina. I have to apologize to Chad Crunk and Eileen Villarreal at the Tigers Public Relations Department for the blasphemous statements that this gentleman to my left here has said.
What do you mean I'm not blasphemous? All right, let's talk about college sports, ladies and gentlemen. Western Michigan hosts College Game Day.
Roll the boat. Are we going to roll the boat down to Kalamazoo, guys? There we go. Yeah. Row the boat.
You're going to have to deal with Toledo. Toledo.
Doesn't matter.
And talk to.
Doesn't matter. Zach Harrell, Corey Davis.
I talked to Kevin Kopech. Be afraid of Toledo. Be very afraid of Toledo.
Row the boat. Row the boat.
Be afraid of Toledo.
Row the boat.
Be afraid of Toledo.
Row the boat.
Be afraid of Toledo.
All right, guys. All right.
I'm happy for Western. I'm really happy that they're getting this opportunity to.
They deserve it.
They deserve it. They're one of the two. They're one of the two undefeateds left in the college football spectrum. What a crazy weekend that was, Anthony.
Yes, it was.
Great weekend.
It was a great.
Michigan lost.
First time in 31 years that the 2, 3, and the 4 seed have all fallen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an absolutely unbelievable thing. Now, let me direct this over to the Michigan side because look, Michigan State won. I'm happy for Michigan State.
Happy for Michigan State. Yep. Beat Rutgers.
People are pushing the panic button on this Michigan team. I don't think you need to push the panic button, even because the thing is, you control your destiny from here on out. Ohio State, they lose a game here on out, they're done. They're done. I mean, this
Ohio
team.
State's got to be careful. Michigan State this week. They got to be really careful. Michigan
Oh,
State's
absolutely.
playing with nothing to lose. And then you look at Michigan. They got to be careful of Indiana this week. Indiana can score. I mean, Indiana can score.
I'm going to
I
use the
still
same.
think Michigan's a better team than Indiana.
I'm going to use the old adage that I used last week when I was talking to my friends about this Iowa game. I truly believe that MSU is better than the 3-7 record that they've come into with this game.
I agree.
Just like I believed Iowa last week was better than the 5-4 record that they came in with last week.
Right.
I totally believe that Iowa team has been unlucky this year.
Right.
And you're right. That Indiana team is scary good. Look, Michigan's got better players than Indiana. It's at the end of the day, and I'm actually intrigued to see how John O'Korn's going to do. He might be the better athlete than Wilton Spate.
Maybe.
Probably could have
Is
been.
that game in Ann Arbor?
It's in Ann Arbor.
It is,
Okay,
yep.
so then
Because
I
next
like
week,
Michigan's
the next week, the game after that will be in Columbus.
Yep. So I think that game in Columbus is going to be really scary if you're Michigan.
Keys for Michigan State to try and win this week. Is it basically just slowing down JT Barrett?
You got to slow down Barrett. You got to slow down Mike Weber. Of course, Mike Weber we know from his days at Detroit Cast Tech.
very well.
And then I think what you got to do is offensively, it's going to be where the keys are going to be. One is can O'Connor.
Yeah, Tyler O'Connor.
Find a way.
My great friend and my good friend who
Can he
shall
find
remain.
a way to expose Ohio State's secondary? Yeah, they're good secondary. There's no doubt about it.
But the good thing about Michigan State is that they've actually got downfield threats. Ohio State doesn't have downfield threats.
Michigan State's got downfield threats. When we look at Donnie Corley, of course, freshman from Detroit, Martin Luther King. Tristan Jackson played at West Bloomfield last
Very
year.
familiar name.
You know,
You love Tristan Jackson. You're best friends with him.
no, I wouldn't say that.
Monty
Well,
Medeiros they have as well, too. We can't forget about him.
The key in this game is can Michigan State use their downfield threats against Ohio State? If they do, I think they can go and win this game. But the problem is, Michigan State has not won a game against Ohio State in East Lansing in a long time. So it's going to be a very difficult game there. Now, for Michigan's sake against Indiana, they better be afraid of Indiana. And I know, but Michigan State's had a lot of really tough luck this year when you look at it.
See, I do think, however, that Michigan's going
I
to be
think
ready
Michigan
to go.
will be ready. They'll be motivated. They
Yep.
will beat Indiana.
Because
I think-
last week tasted bad. They knew they should have gone in there and played better than they did. They dropped a game to a team that they probably could have and should have beat. So they're going to play up to
I think
Indiana.
Michigan, Michigan State, and Western Michigan win this week. I think all three Michigan teams win this week.
And I wouldn't disagree with you there. The only question I now have is you have a one-loss Michigan team in the top 5. You're going to have an Ohio State team, which will more than likely be the number 2 seed in the college football playoff. You'll have a Penn State team that's a 2-loss team from the Eastern Division. Will a 2-loss team from the Big Ten make it into the college football playoff? We're getting to that time of the year, Sammy.
Yes.
Because
because Big Ten's a very difficult conference.
would Michigan be superseded by Ohio State if they now let's say if Michigan beat Ohio State, they go out, they win the Big Ten championship, but their schedule's not as good. Ohio State has 2 losses to Michigan and to Penn State.
Right.
Do they jump them?
No, I think Michigan would. Michigan would definitely deserve it because they won their conference championship. Because you look at that situation there, Michigan, it would make a lot more sense if they win the Big Ten championship, then they deserve to be there.
All right, guys, let's talk college basketball real quick because college basketball started up this week. Michigan State playing very tough schedule. They've got lost Arizona. They've got to play Kentucky. They got to play Duke. Oakland got 2 very good wins over Bowling Green and Western Michigan. They've got Goshen College, Chicago State, and then they've got to go to Alaska. Detroit Mercy. Detroit Mercy. They've got they got crushed. They lost exhibition contest, yes, to both Wayne State and to, I believe it was Saginaw Valley as well.
Oh my
No,
God.
they didn't play Saginaw Valley. No.
But they lost
Saginaw
2.
Valley played pretty good against Michigan State in an exhibition.
And then also but Detroit got crushed by Eastern Tennessee.
And then Michigan ended up beating
Then Michigan beat IUPUI.
I wouldn't call them poor. But here's the thing.
I would not call IUPUI poor.
Here's the thing, though. You know,
Are you going to make fun of the Mastodons again? I love their mascot.
No, that's
No,
the
that's the
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
You're
Oh,
talking
that's right.
IPFW.
IPFW, yeah.
But here's the thing. Michigan State's playing a very difficult schedule. There's
Yes,
no
that's
doubt about
true.
it.
There's
They
no
played
lie.
Arizona. Should have won that game, though. And they got to play Kentucky, which is going to be a very difficult game for them.
They got to also play Duke.
The one thing that's tough for MSU is that they have such a young team with so much talent, but they're heavily dependent on freshmen like Cassius Winston and Miles Bridges.
That's not good, but, you got to gel on that. Well, look at a team like Oakland, they have they're senior. I mean, you got to like what
they're not senior heavy.
They're not senior heavy, but you got to look at what Jalen Hayes has done.
How long is it going to take them to get the ball going?
If they can find a consistent point guard in that offense, look out, because Oakland's got enough players in the but in the 2, 3, 4, 5 slot. But they've just got to find a consistent point guard.
I like Stevie Clark. He looks like he's going to be a good player for this team. I have a problem with the way that they might be able to, if they can find a way to move the ball around effectively. Everything last year went and ended through Kay Felder. Now that he's gone, you've got to find a way to get that ball moving.
Well, and this is why a guy like, I believe it's Sean Dorsey Walker, I believe.
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon Dorsey Walker. I think he's the leader of this team, because you look at what he's got. He's the one that wants the ball. He's hit timely threes, consistent threes. If they find a consistent point guard, look out. I think Oakland's gonna make a run at this thing.
Where the bear?
Yep.
Where the bear?
Hashtag.
No, they've got some good players now. I mean, even with Kendrick Nunn and Xavier Hill-Mays, they've got a very good squad that have come from different schools, and Campy's got himself a good chance to, win in a Horizon League that looks like it's wide open this year.
Obviously, Valpo's still the team to beat, but
absolutely.
Oakland can.
And then, of course, let's go Michigan. They have no 5. Their 5 is not that good.
No, but they have a good. I would argue that they have a pretty good unit, though.
They have
a
good unit, but they
have
an
senior
interior.
leadership.
They have no interior.
Yes, you're right. But
they have no interior.
But with the way that John Beilein plays his system, he doesn't need a big down
low. Oh, my goodness gracious. They're going to get killed by any team in the Big Ten that has an interior.
John Beilein is a wizard, okay?
Okay.
He's a wizard.
That's enough.
He's a wizard,
Michigan.
just like Mark D'Antonio is a wizard.
How about the MAC teams? Western Michigan, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan.
Eastern, very good. Watch out for them.
Central might be okay. Western, I think, is going to be.
Western's down.
Western will be.
They're not out. They got
I think
well
Central
coached.
might be okay though. I believe John McCarty's up there still.
Steve Hawkins, heck of a coach at Western Michigan.
Yes.
I mean, but when you look at it here, Eastern Michigan
They're young.
Eastern Michigan.
Western's very young.
Western's very young. Eastern, I think, is going to have a special year. Watch out for
And then,
Eastern.
well, U of D, no.
Detroit
Bakari
D,
Alexander,
no.
You know.
I mean, I give Bakari Alexander for the credit. He got it.
He don't play defense in there at Callahan Hall.
It's his first season. Give him some slack.
Yeah, but still,
Sammy, it's his first season.
Bakari Alexander's going to use
They're not his kids.
Michigan is.
They're not his kids.
They're going to use the same style that Michigan uses. And that means if you have an interior guy who's going to have at least 20 and 15 against Detroit, then I think it's going to happen. Detroit is not that good.
How many times has Michigan gone to the Elite Eight in the past 10 years compared to MSU? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this week's episode of Between Taorminas. Very emotional episode.
It was very good dialogue.
Yep,
you called me a normal person. I appreciate that compared to the man that normally sits here.
Yes. You're a much better person than the one that normally sits here.
I hope I can come back soon.
Oh, you are definitely well deserving of coming back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye, everybody.